Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna basically show you, this is some previous auctions, some past auctions, and what's the current. And the point of this video is to show you, like, if you're new to like tax deeds or tax liens, and you're kind of concerned about, okay, if the minimum bid goes for this amount, how much does it normally sell in this area? So one of the things that I teach my students that are new to this is, going and looking at the past results of previous auctions so that you can get an idea of what's actually being sold in a particular county or a particular city. I'm using this website. This is actually realauction.com, but these are the results for a county in Ohio. Now, Ohio, I'm finding out, I believe it's a hybrid state, but I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I'm in a county that is a tax lien. And as you probably know, tax liens, once if they're not redeemed, then they have to go through the foreclosure process. So this is what we're looking at right now is properties that were not, the tax liens were not redeemed, so now they're in the foreclosure. So this is what you're looking at, and the whole point of why I'm showing you this is because I want to show you how some of these properties sell for a lot higher than the opening bid, and then some of these properties sell exactly at the amount that was asked for. So just case in point, this one, if you could see my cursor, this was the opening bid, $36,000. $5,000 was deposit, and guess what? It sold for $36,000. Once again, I'm going over this because sometimes when you're new and you're wanting to do online auctions, you want to kind of have an idea of like what's bidding in that area. One of the things that I notice when I'm looking at different properties or I'm looking in a different area, I could kind of tell if it's a nicer property or if it's a bad property. For example, this one is 14110 Sylvia Avenue. It sold for exactly what the opening bid was. But if you look down here at 26385 Cambridge Drive in Oakwood, the opening bid was $61,361 and it sold for $221,000. So what does that tell you? That probably tells you this is a really nice property in a really nice area, but I guarantee you the property is worth more than $221,000. One of the things I went back and let me just see if I can just go back. And then I want to just kind of like show you this one. This one just went $20,000 over. So it just really depends. This was withdrawn. So these are just a few more. But what I wanted to go back and show you is a previous auction. And I don't know if everybody was at work this day or what, but there are properties that sold once again for the same amount. You see the opening bid was $34,000. It sold for $34,000. But there are a few properties on this list that were like this one, once again, $95,000, sold for $95,000. That's why I'm saying I thought everybody might have been at work or something, because literally everything sold for what the opening bid was, guess what that tells you? There wasn't a lot of competition on this day. One thing I can say about this county is they pretty much have an auction every week, which is rare in some of the counties that I've worked in. Like, for example, I do Texas. They only happen the first Tuesday of every month. So that means I only could cover 12 counties in a year. California only has theirs once a year. So I kind of like this one. This particular property I'm going after, no one purchased it. So I'm going to just walk into the county and buy this. You see it says unsold. So I looked at the comps, and this is another way you can see if the value's there. I looked at the comps. You can look this up too on Zillow, and this property said that it was worth like $90,000. So you do the math on $7,000. I went by the property today, and it needs a lot of work. But even if I bought it for $7,000 and sold it for $17,000, I'm still winning. So that concludes this video of showing you the difference between what's sold and what hasn't sold, and how you can tell what a future auction will look like.